Welcome to this live coding session, and in this coding session I will be showing you how to use reentrant write lock. So in this lock utility class we have separate different locks for reading operation and write operation. So starting with the code, I will say so in this coding session I will be showing you how you can use read and write locks differently, and can use two different locks to lock on different functions. So I need something like lock and I need some runnable to read. I will say something like lock so I have these two runnables, and I will have to create some thread something like writer new thread, and we are going to have some readers. Those are going to perform read operations. So we have our writers, we have our readers, and this class is used in the cases where writers and readers there are a lot more readers than there are writers. In those cases this class is useful because it doesn't block consecutive reads from different threads. So in the case of reentrant lock, there is single lock and it blocks all the read calls. So if there are 10 threads are going to read do the read operation, then all of them are going to have to wait to grab the lock so that they can read the value. But in the case of reentrant read write lock, all of them can read at once and do their job. So in the case of reentrant lock, if read operation takes 1 second, so 10 threads are going to take 10 seconds because they need a lock to perform that operation. But in the case of reentrant read write lock, all of those 10 threads can read at the same time, and the work will be done in 1 second only. This is the benefit of reentrant read write lock, only when the number of readers are a lot more than the writers. So now I need to start these threads. So I have these threads, and I will go over here, and there are how many? 6 and 8. So it threads are started. So, and the main thread is going to wait for all these threads to finish, and now we need to have some values so that we can read and write the value. So I will have a private int test value is equal to 0, and I will have something like private this is a read log, and we have and we also need to import these classes. So these are some class. These are the log classes, and read log dot log read log dot unlock and I will say that current value is something current value is test value, and one more thing I will say, has acquired read log. We have to make sure that these printf statements are executed after getting the lock and before releasing the lock, otherwise we won't be able to know the correct sequence of this lock acquisition and release, because the sequence only after having the lock we will be able to execute those statements in the same sequence for a given thread. For even this variable thread name variable shouldn't be shouldn't be declared before getting the lock for the same reasons. Right, lock. Thread name, has released the right lock, and I will say new value, and all locked release, all acquired locks needs to be released. So the functions are ready and our work is done, and add the join function over here. Throws interrupted exceptions, so we need to either catch it or declare it over here, interrupted exception. Let us compile this code. Cannot find symbol. Let me make it. So you see over here that all the write locks are getting acquired and released in this by the same thread in sequence. First, thread number 0 acquires the lock, then it releases the lock. Then thread number 1 gets the write lock, then it releases the lock. But in the case of these read locks, all of them have acquired at the same time. So read locks are not blocked by this in this reentrant read write lock utility class, and that is why it is used, and this is where you should use. So with this this coding session is over, and thank you for watching.